So now on BBC Two, where were you last night? For Jamie Theakston and Jane Middlemiss, there was only one place to be.
Welcome back to Glastonbury 2000, live here on BBC Two. Time now is 12:30. You're probably thinking about your lunch right now, but I can bet you there's a lot of people behind me who are waking up and thinking, what did I do last night? If they were lucky, they would have caught sets from the likes of Moby, Cypress Hill, Macy, Chemical Brothers and Groove Armada. We'll be showing you highlights of their sets later on in the show. We'll also have live music from Asian Dove Foundation, and hopefully David Gray will be popping in for a chat as well. Behind me, you can see the cow sheds here at Worthy Farm. They're full of cows at the moment, and behind that is the main stage, which at the moment is full of Ladysmith Black Mambazo. But to kick off the show, this was recorded yesterday on the Jazz World stage. This is Moloko.
That was the fantastic Moloko who played the Jazz World stage last night. Regine looking so lovely, and some people are saying that that was the highlight of the festival so far. That was the tune to have seen. Sadly, I missed it because I couldn't get to the stage on time. Mr. Theakston is winging his way back as we speak from somewhere up there, but right now we are going to go over to the special guest who played the Pyramid stage. She was brilliant. This is Macy Gray and Still.
In my last year's week, and there were bruises on my face. And in my dawn a new day, I finally got away. My head's all messed up, and he knows just what to say. No more dawn and new days. I'm going back to stay. Say why? Say bye-bye. When it only makes me cry. I still light up like a candle burning when it calls me up. I still light down like a candle burning every time we touch. Oh, say what you will. It does me wrong, and I should be gone. And I still be loving you, baby, and it's much too much. We are going down, 'cause you're always getting high, and your crumbs of loving no longer get me back. Wow, it gets better every time that we get high, and your crumbs of loving, they somehow get me back. Baby, and it's much too much. Can I go now? Say goodbye. Summer rain on my sunny day. Not even one reason to say why that I should have left you, baby. I can't forget you, baby. It does me wrong, and I should be gone. But it's much still.
Macy Gray played a blinding set last night. Nice to see the use of pink and green in one outfit.
Hey,
Hello, you're back.
I'm
nice
back.
to see
This
you.
is nice.
It's nice hair
Hay bale
bells.
effect. I just bumped into. I actually was. Did you see I was right on the top on the platform?
I did, yes.
Miles back there. Ladysmith Black Man bars are on. I just came past and I saw them when they're coming off stage.
And did they give out tins of beans as they were doing
I think it was them. Basically, there was like about 10 guys in African national dress, but they had towels over their heads for some reason. So
Why?
I have no idea.
You're making that up, aren't you?
No, it's absolutely true. They're just round there. I'll show you in a minute if you want.
Listen, I've got something to tell you about Macy Gray. Last night, Macy Gray played on the Pyramid stage, as you've just seen. And as she was up there, two street girls ran to the photographer's pit. So she saw these new people, and she encouraged the audience, saying, "Let's all get naked," and she flashed her.
Really?
Well, she flashed a bra, not an actual...
I think we've got that on tape. In fact, Macy Gray, the problem I have with Macy Gray is that she doesn't really like me anymore.
Why?
Because on the last night's show, I suggested that, because you know she was wearing this kind of, what was she wearing, like a lime trousers?
Lime
fuchsia?
trousers, pink
I
top.
suggested that maybe there were no mirrors in her dressing room, and she
saw
heard.
you.
Yeah, so I think she's particularly
She's
happy
quite
with it.
hard as
Talking of
well.
nudity, though, I also saw
really?
Moby yesterday, and he said that he might be going to strip naked and play his keyboards and dance on his keyboards naked.
Should we see if he did that?
Let's take a look.
Let's have
see.
a look.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
And thank you very much to Moby. If you're watching at home, you can now take your hands away from your eyes. I can guarantee that Moby did not get naked during that performance of Porcelain. We're backstage here at Glastonbury, where huge stars just casually wander past. One of those has joined us now, David Gray. Thanks for popping in. Now, first of all, congratulations on the success of White Ladder, the album. It really has been the success story of the year so far, hasn't it?
It's really taken off. I mean, I wasn't expecting it, to be honest, but yeah, it's gone top 10, or it's just about to, and the single looks like it's going to go into the top 10, so...
Now, the single was released, Babylon, was released on Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
I guess that everyone must be thrilled. I mean, how's it doing? I mean, we talk about midweek charts.
Midweek
is it looking
5.
Fantastic.
That's just totally surreal.
And obviously you'll be playing a lot of tracks from the album today.
Yeah, we will.
Which stage are you playing on today?
On the other stage.
Right.
I think we're on at 4 o'clock.
Do you know who you're coming on before or who you're coming on after?
I haven't seen the thing.
Really? I can probably check that for you now.
Yeah,
I do have my festival guide. Whilst I'm doing that, you're no stranger to Glastonbury, aren't you? You've been...
I used to come before I had a band.
Right.
I used to come. I first came in 1985, and I saw The Cure on the old Pyramid stage when there was a thunderstorm. That was brilliant.
Was that a moving experience?
It was great. It was the first time I'd been here, so I was blown away by the whole thing.
How do you think the festival has changed since those days?
Well, there was no perimeter fence then, so like paying was sort of voluntary.
And I can't believe many people did.
No, I didn't anyway. You just sort of walked in and shuffled around, and it was a kind of older, madder, sort of weirder vibe, I think.
Right.
It's got a lot more young, studenty.
Right.
But it's still brilliant. I mean, it's still the one. I've never been to a festival quite like it anywhere.
Right.
Even though it's a lot more commercial and stuff.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Do you think it's become more commercial, or is that just a sort of a natural development of a thing that is such a big, 100,000 people? You need things like credit card booking lines and cash machines and to actually make the thing work.
Yeah, I mean, that's all fair enough. I think there's a corporate angle on everything these days. It's not just this festival that's changed. Everything's changed. It's like there's always sponsorship, a band play and it's sponsored by such and such beer or whatever. And it's got a bit of that kind of vibe. But I think there's plenty of complete lunatics out there keeping the spirit of the festival going, so...
Where do you stand on the spiritual side with the ley lines and Avalon and the Knights of the Round Table and that kind of thing?
I don't really get into all
You don't get into that beforehand? Your band don't get together and do some dowsing or anything in the dressing room?
No, we don't.
Now listen, I've got the diary. You're going to be coming on after Top Loader and Coldplay.
Right.
Would you be seeing any of those bands, do you think?
I don't know. We'll probably be getting nervous backstage at that time.
How do you prepare yourself for the show?
Just general nerves, maybe a few drinks to sort of loosen up a bit.
Right. And then after you is going to be the Wannadies on the other stage.
Cool.
And on at the same time as you on the main stage, Semisonic.
The competition.
Yeah.
Right.
But you're happy, you're quite confident that you'll be bringing in the crowd.
I think it's going to be good, actually, because we played last year and that was a really, really good vibe. We've got a good crowd, so it should be even better.
I spoke to Ed and Tim, the Chemical Brothers, last night. Tom. They said that they're huge fans of yours.
That's very nice of them.
Do you know them? Did you know them?
They're lovely lads. Very, very nice, yeah. I don't know them very well, but we keep bumping into each other.
Did you get a chance to catch any of their set last night?
I saw it on the telly.
Really?
Which isn't quite the same.
Well, it's not quite the same, but I tell you what, we've got a special treat for you now, because I think we're going to see a little bit of the Chemical Brothers, which we recorded last night. Take a look at this. The Chemicals. Thanks very much to David Gray, who popped in just now.
He seemed nice,
He's
didn't he?
just been told that Burt Bacharach's dropped out tomorrow, so he's going to be taking his place on the main stage.
Oh,
so he's going to
big one, isn't it?
Appearing twice, yeah.
That was, of course, the Chemical Brothers, and I must apologise for the strobing in that film.
Well done for getting that warning in nice enough.
You got that in really nicely. Horse, stable door, bolted. But I was actually on the stage when they did that, and it was incredible. I was standing there on the stage, and you just saw this sea of people all moving at once. It was a spiritual moment.
It's nice to see you fully immerse yourself in the Glastonbury spirit, Jane, with your fancy hotel with jacuzzi and your swanky backstage pass to go and see.
Oh yes, because you're camping out back.
In that
Winnebago.
You don't need to see that. You don't need to see that, camera 2.
Yes. Well, one of the highlights on the Jazz World stage yesterday was, of course, Groove Armada. Did you manage to catch any of them?
I went all the way up.
Out
I went all the way up there to see
vehicle?
one song, which we're about to see now. I think that's one we're showing next, and by the time I got there, they'd already finished.
Hey, I didn't know you played the trumpet, did you?
No.
Shall we see it?
Right.
Let's see it. Here they are, Groove Armada.
At the river. Oh, you know my. Oh, my. Ooh, 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 yeah,
If you're fond of sand dunes and salty air, quaint little villages here and there. If you're fond of sand dunes and salty air, quaint little villages here and there.
The fantastic Groove Armada there with At the River. I tell you what, the Jazz World stage yesterday was absolutely rocking.
I don't think I've ever seen it. I mean, I've been coming here for a few years now. I don't think I've ever seen that many people up at that one stage. It's normally a kind of minority stage, isn't it?
Brilliant. What do you got there, Jeremy?
Just got today's paper. It's always interesting to see how the media cover the event. Normally they want to talk about mud, drugs, burglaries, or all the bad things. They never talk about what fun it is up here. On the front page of the Times, festival arrest. Police arrested 88 people on the first day of the Glastonbury Festival.
It's a tiny little paragraph.
That's only a tiny little thing. I always think I'm never sure whether that means that the crime rate is high or whether that means the police are doing a good job, because who knows?
Ooh,
they've actually got. They go on to talk about the crackdown on the canvas Manhattan. Jane, can you hold that a sec? You get a shot of this. There's a picture of from the air of Glastonbury, all the tents, and they talk about the fact that it's like.
Looks pretty, doesn't
it says every summer solstice, Glastonbury becomes a tent city that never sleeps. But this year, the Somerset Festival has become a mini Manhattan, a patchwork of high-end accommodation, cheek by jowl with rougher and more edgy neighbourhoods, all of them policed in true Rudolph Giuliani zero-tolerance style. Talking about the
What does that mean?
Well, zero-tolerance crackdown. If someone's been stealing tents and stuff, they throw them out instantly.
Someone has had their tent stolen.
A lot of people had their tents stolen, but there we go. If you kind of come down, don't leave anything valuable in your tents. The Star lead with just loitering within tents. Which is very strong. What's this? The Guardian talk about festival weekend is child's play for Emily. That's about Emily Evis, who is Michael's daughter, who might be taking over the festival when Michael retires. I've also got a picture of the ballroom dancing tent. I don't know if you can see much of that, but that is. There we go. That is there is a ballroom dancing tent
and you
at
know
Glastonbury
what you
this
have to
year.
do? You actually have to wear ball gowns when you go in there, and you can hire the tuxedos. And
Really?
yeah,
Have you
have
seen
to
it?
hire
Have you been
the
up
ball.
there?
Haven't been up there, but have heard about it.
The Telegraph Glastonbury gets in step, but it's not strictly ballroom. That's the ballroom thing again.
You're repeating yourself.
And what have we got here? The Independent says, when you can watch TV, when you can watch it all on TV,
Hey.
Glastonbury loses its mud appeal. So there we go. All you have to do is stick with us and watch it on the telly. But I will say, there's no mud. That's all. The weather's been fantastic.
It's completely dried up. But talking of Winnebagos, which we were,
Yeah.
you are in a Winnebago and you also have a hotel room. Would you ever do it in a tent? The Glastonbury thing. The Glastonbury.
Gets a bit drafty, I find.
Because there are people who just come here and they're in teepees.
And they do it in teepees.
They do it in teepees.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
Shall we
What
have a
film
look
have
at
you
these
got for
people
us
doing
now?
it in teepees?
Go on, let's see it.
I've been coming to Glastonbury Festival for about 15 years now. We were first given a teepee as part of a bad debt, paying off a debt, and we found wherever we went with a teepee, and it was particularly noticeable at Glastonbury because there's so many people here, we put one up, we lived in it, and suddenly there were always people who wanted to come and look at it and come inside and sort of be part of it, really. We now have a 16-acre campsite, alternative campsite on the North Cornish coast, where people can come and stay for family holidays and couples too, in a fully equipped teepee for a week or a fortnight in the spring, summer and autumn. And we've got about 40 in our teepee field right now, up with families, couples, students, anyone you can think of, enjoying the festival from the serenity of a teepee base. What's particularly nice about a teepee is that it's a great space to be in. They're lovely inside, they've got a tremendous presence when you're on the inside, and on the outside, structurally, they look fantastic, as you can see from the one behind me. They've got a tremendous presence all of their own. The whole field from them looks fantastic. But the main part of the festival isn't the mainline bands, in my opinion. It's actually about the people living here doing their own thing in a house truck, in a teepee, in a dome, a bender. And some people who come stay down in Babylon in the main market near the main stage, and they don't experience the true Glastonbury Festival, which those of us up here in the Greenfields believe this is the true Glastonbury Festival up here. You feel like you've walked through another door. You've opened another door and you've walked into another world. And you close the door behind you, and the outside world, you see it as if through, like when you're swimming underwater. It becomes sort of somehow less important, and this becomes your reality. And it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, very romantic.
Yeah, I'm going to stick to my hotel room now.
I'm going to stick to the hotel room and perhaps wear a Winnebago.
Have you ever slept in a teepee?
No. I really want to, though. I might go to the Buddha Fields. This year there's a big festival, the Buddha Fields, and I might go. Yes, it's just like the Healing Fields, but a huge festival. I might do that.
Oh, what, that's not actually here?
No, but I might go and sleep in a teepee one day.
Really?
No.
Look forward to that. Some time for some more music now. This was a band who've had a pretty big year. This is the Bloodhound Gang.
Are they naked?
No, fortunately they keep their clothes on, so
they're supposed
you
to
should
be
enjoy
naked.
this. No nudity here. This is the Bloodhound Gang.
Boring.
Sex is the nexus, drive me, and you do the kind of stuff that only Fritz would sing about. So put your hands down my pants, and I'll bet you feel nuts. Yes, I'm Cisco, yes, I'm Ebert, and you'll get it 2 thumbs up. You've had enough of 2-hand touch, you want it rough, go out of town. Once you smothered, once you covered, like my Waffle House has spread. Come on, bigger than FedEx, never reach it, ain't fixed, till you book on stock. You are inclined, you rise an hour early, just like daylight savings time. Here we go. So like you do on my Discovery Channel. So let's get it like they do on my Discovery Channel. Do it again now. Nothing but mammals, so let's get it like they do on my Discovery Channel. Get away now. Baby ain't nothing but mammals, so let's. Here we go, Glastonbury. You and me, baby ain't nothing but mammals, so let's. Do it again now. You and me, baby ain't nothing but mammals, so let's. One more time. You and me, baby ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Thank you! Thank you very much!
Okay, a tad of
That
nudity.
was, I told you.
Only-
I said nude, but apparently Tommy Lee, ex-Pamela Anderson's husband, went on stage with the Bloodhound gang naked for $20. He'll do out for $20.
Yeah, but I think anyone with internet access has probably seen a lot more, a lot cheaper. Okay, now yesterday here at Glastonbury, at around between 6:30 and 7 o'clock, you had the choice of Counting Crows on the main stage, Idlewild on the other stage, Felix the House Cat in the dance tent,
Ooh,
the
brilliant.
Wailers on the jazz stage,
Oh, I saw
and
them.
Kent on the new stage, or Priory of Brian, featuring
Robert Plant.
Robert Plant. To be honest,
did any of
I
his
don't
Led
think
Zeppelins.
there's much competition, so I reckon we should go and see a little Discouraged by Idlewild.
Oh, very nice. Idlewild, who rocked the other stage yesterday. Now, there are so many different things that happen at Glastonbury. You've got the healing fields, you've got loads of different stages, types of music, and I have actually just heard that today there was a marriage on the pyramid stage where Keith Allen was the high priest of that. But I am going to go over now to Joe Macy, who is out in the field, and he's got some sort of giant ball he's playing with.
Thanks, guys. Now, in Glastonbury, there are certain things you can rely on. Loud music, smelly toilets, and silly inflatables. And this year is no exception. Can I introduce you to John Jakes and his enormous inflatable ball? There it is. There's the start of the show. John, what's this all about?
Well, basically, we've just got a big inflatable ball and we roll it over people.
It's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that, and they scream a lot and they push it and it flattens them and they go, ah!
And they enjoy that?
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's a very simple show. It's a no-brainer. I like these sort of shows.
It's a no-brainer. I mean, there are a lot of inflatables here. Is there some kind of inflatable association you have to be a member of?
No. You just have to have very large inflatables. No, I mean, we're outside theatre performers. We do other stuff, but this is one of the things we do, you know.
Right, and there's no training required. You just need to have a big ball.
Oh, no, you do. You do need to. You do need to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
It can be quite dangerous. I think this is the biggest mobile ball in the country, but I wouldn't swear to it.
And is there a season? I mean, is it a popular thing throughout the summer?
Oh yeah, we go all over. You know, we start in May and end in September.
Crushing people wherever you go.
Yeah, I do other things as well. I have earths. I have a big earths and parachutes and stuff like that. You know, and I do groovy sort of green dudes where you can't crush people with multicolored things, so you crush them with the earth instead. You know?
Oh, marvellous.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
for people who don't know, this is the circus field where there's lots of entertainment going on. There's jugglers in there, so all those people who stop you in the street and ask for money for juggling, that's where they're trained. Some theatre going on over there, some more theatre over there. But right now, I think the main event should really be the ball.
Yeah.
So should we do some kind of demonstration?
Yeah, you want to see the monster ball?
Shall we see the monster ball? Do you want to see the monster ball?
All right, come in there, baby! Come on,
okay, follow me.
Come on.
Okay, John.
Yeah.
Do you want to say action?
All right.
Okay.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Please, members of the public, feel free to lie underneath the ball. Now, John.
Right, I can't view.
The cameraman, I believe, may have got caught in that little tussle. As you can see, kids, adults, pensioners enjoying it freely. Now, John, young man, is it safe for me to...
What's going on over
Who said there was no live sport on the BBC? There we go, a bit of ball rolling, cameraman crushing.
Who needs a football when you've got giant balls at Glastonbury?
Thanks very much to Joe Mace, who's up live with his giant balls in the green field. Coming up next, we've got a performance from the dance tent. A quick warning for you, there is strobing images, so if that affects you at all, please look away. And if you also get affected by Bryan Adams, you may also want to look away, because apparently he comes up on a big screen behind Nick Bracegirdle. This is Chicane from last night.
Yes!
I tell you who was here last night. I did go and see Cypress Hill, who were playing over on the main stage, which is just to our left here.
Did they scare
Brilliant.
you?
No, they were brilliant. Highlights so far.
All right, you've got to have a look at this, right? Because this is Cypress Hill, and they're performing this.
What, your boobs?
Yeah, rock star.
Just do it. Like Nike.
About blowing up, rock, money, you want the honey, not autographs or whatever the people want. Just funny, when possible dream manifest in the games that become the wicked. Nevertheless, because they go from the gusto, but you don't know. The blood, sweat, and tears, losing some of your peers, losing some of yourself, do they get past? Go by, hopefully it don't manifest. Later on in life, egomaniac, in the brainiac, don't know how to act. Shit's deep, 48 tracks. Jack the back on the deal, think he's gonna make a meal. To make the dream, wanna be a rock superstar in the biz. Take shit from people who don't know what it is. Not what you want to want a game, but the price of fame is high. It's what can't take away. Be undrafted, what you rapping about? Tell me what happened when you lost clout. around, you don't start it, collapse, and no fans, no face, no respect, no change. Look at everybody spit, so you know you wanna be a rock superstar. Live large, a big house, 5 cars, a rich car. Living up in the world, don't trust nobody, gotta look over your shoulder. To be a rock superstar, and live large, a big house, 5 cars, a rich car. Living up in the world, don't trust nobody, gotta look over your shoulder. Never had big dreams, I'll make a big cream. Big shot, heavy hitter on the bass string. Wanna look trendy, independently. Be a star man, never act friendly. Wanna have big fame, let me explain what happens to these stars in their big brain. First you get played like all damn day. Long as you sell, everything will be okay. Then you get dissed by the media fans. These never stay the same way they began. I heard some never get full to the fullest. That's why some end up standing on the bullet. Everything's fine in the big time. See me in my legs with the shine. So you wanna go far, live large, ain't all that goes here. Be the rock star, you wanna be a rock superstar. Live large, a big house, 5 cars, a rich car. Coming up in the world, don't trust nobody, gotta look over your shoulder. Constantly to be a rock superstar. Live large, a big house, 5 cars, a rich car. Coming up in the world, don't trust nobody, gotta look over my shoulder. Cursing my own son, don't know me. Chilling in the hotel room, lonely. But I'm back on it with my homies. Sometimes I wish I was back home, but only no radio, home video. Gonna show me no love. The police gotta hit the road slowly, so the record gets pushed by slowly. I miss the middle like Boney and the front like that. My own people just know me in the best way back. Keep your head straight, never reflect the radio. Too worried about them, honey, at the palladium. Who just wanna cling on, suck on and suck on. Go on, roll on, hold so long to the next rock superstar with no shame. Give them a gear and they'll be right on the game. The same as the last one who came before him. Game fame started getting ignored. Award never short him. They need to take the publicity. These people wanna be so cheesy the people. Everybody sing along with the Cypress Hill. You know the words, come on. So you wanna be a rock superstar. Big large, a big house, 5 cars, a rich car. Coming up in the world, don't trust nobody, gotta look over the shoulder. To be a rock superstar, live large, a big house, 5 cars, a rich car. Coming up in the world, nobody gotta look over your shoulder constantly. Peace up to everybody in Glastonbury.
Peace up to the hill.
Marvellous.
Be Real
Cypress
looks a
Hill
bit like
then.
Armand. What do you think? Armand Van Helden or Ali G? Where do you
Ali
stand
G.
on the debate? You're not sure.
Not sure. That is nearly it for the programme today. We will be back on BBC 2 at 3 o'clock where we will have performances from Semisonic and Top Loader, and back at 8:45 with Travis and the Pet Shop Boys. So stay here for more Glastonbury coverage.
Now, 2 years ago, Asian Dub Foundation had a rum deal. Not only was it raining, but they also played whilst England and Colombia were playing on a huge screen. This year, they haven't got any of that to worry about. England did a favour, so let's go over live to see Asian Dub Foundation on the Pyramid stage. We'll see you in an hour and a half.
Absolutely nothing whatsoever.
What is one of you is the monster? Monster? British.
RGB. New way, new life. It's time for a new way, a new life. Romania, Romania, Romania. Come on, guys, time to get out. Just face your best way. Romania, Romania. But you wanna slice your bread. The story of Asian people in Britain, from the struggle of our parents to the pride and confidence of the second and third generations. Yeah, it's up into a best way. Still the mud on money, but you wanna slice your bread. microphone, now you sing doggy. But they go on the song, it's what I see anyone. There was all I'm doing, new to survive. Working in the back streets, sometimes sweeping the floor. So the rollers and it was there all party, though they get out on time. But always seems to bar right. As an energy, no way for life. Still now we force on all the futures over what? You way to life. Still you way to life. Now you see like you are in tomorrow. England's own voice. Since she years one of them up, no choice we're running. To the playground, could I never know that's in the future. For our models, when the home grown. I guess we're walking on the street with our one who cry. Swinging on the street, we don't want to take right. Walking some brothers and sisters moving forward, side by side. Swinging on the street, we won't go live. Still now we force on all the futures over what? Moving it on outside like she has heard the shot. Innovation in the song. No, the trouble that's in the show. We're saying we're always on the roads. Not the bass how we belong. No, when we say glass in the sweet one blow the sky high. Nothing again on she want no way new life. See now we force on all the future so far away.